Now let's talk about how a trader adjusts the ABCDs in an uptrend. If you're anticipating the market to continue to move in its uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows, you need to clearly understand how to adjust effectively your current ABCDs. This is an area where a lot of traders get confused. So let's just dive into it. What we have here is we have the market creating its initial up ABCD. It then retraces. We've talked about the war that goes on inside the AB boundary. Once the C is established, the market moves up to its D. And now we have a complete ABCD. I want you to look at an ABCD as a game all to itself. It's just like if we were playing tennis. You know, there are several matches that are played before you go to the finals, and you have to learn how to win the different sets that completes the match. And so what you have here is you have an uptrend. In most uptrends, if the market's in a push zone, there usually is about 4 to 5 A, B, C, D price movements that will take place in that up push zone as the market moves from a C to a D on a larger time frame. And so what we have here is we have a current A, B, C, D that exists in the market. When the market hits a D, game over. This tennis match is over, okay? And what's going to happen is a new game is going to begin. And I really want you to look at the market this way. It'll help you understand how the market moves. And so what we have here is we have an A, B, C, D. We have the new AB because the old CD is your new AB. Now, once the market hits the D, the new game begins, because as this market retraces back inside the AB boundary, you're going to want to get in here somewhere. And if you end up getting in and getting stopped out and losing pips, and you don't get in again before it hits the D extension, you just lost the game. But if you can make pips between as this game begins here, down to here, and up to there, if you make pips before it hits the D, you won the game. So if you really think about it, when the market hits a D, game over. New game begins. It's right here that you need to have a strategy. What are you going to do to make pips before the market hits the next D? Because if you don't make any pips or lose pips, you lost the game. But if you make pips before it hits the D, you win the game. And so once again, A, B, C, D. As soon as you hit the D, the A goes to C, B goes to D, just like this is the new A, B, C, D. What do we do next? A goes to C, B goes to D, and you've got a new price swing taking place. Let's look at it in the market. So here we have an up AB. The market moves in a Fibonacci sequence. It comes down, starts to form its C. We don't know where the C might be. The C could be here. It could be deeper. Got to remember, it's a war going on between bulls and bears. If we mark this as the C, we then have to adjust the C to this, because your C will always be the deepest low inside the AB boundary. You need to understand this. If you started off thinking this was the C, and the market goes deeper inside the AB boundary, once again, I'm going to repeat this. The C needs to be the deepest low inside the AB boundary. Once the C is established, now the market starts to rally up to its D extension. Because this came down to the 8.6, we're anticipating it to go up to the 1.18, green for green. Once it hits it, and you have 2 candles to the left and 2 candles to the right, you now have a new up AB boundary. A goes to C, B goes to D, and this becomes your new up AB boundary. And so you just do the process all over again. The market then starts to go inside an AB boundary. Here you're thinking this could be the C. It could go deeper. You don't know where it's going to be. This is where major past resistance is. This is where past resistance inside the AB, here's the AB boundary. This is really where our past resistance is. Market holds there and takes straight off to D. This is very important you understand that as the market starts to rally and doesn't quite hit the D but misses the D, does not mean your D is been hit. The D has to be hit. You need to understand that. And yes, we talked about the 5% rule, but if this market misses the D and starts to go sideways, it's probably going to jump up, hit that D, because nature needs to take its course in the Fibonacci sequence. That's how this market works. And so understanding this, once again, larger time frames control smaller time frames. If you're in an up push zone, you're anticipating 4 to 5 A, B, C, D price swings. So count your price swings. And this way you can manage your uptrend, because when it finally hits the D on a larger time frame, we're looking at major reversal to come back down, okay? So that's how you adjust your ABCDs as the market moves in its uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. Understanding this, perfecting this, will help you become that trader you always dreamed of.